Y'all, get a look at this lighting. My goodness, it looks good. I think it looks good. So, we are outside. My children are playing with chalk as I had promised them the day before. Yesterday, it was raining all day yesterday. We bought a huge box of chalk. I put it in my vlog that I did yesterday. Huge box of chalk. And we couldn't really play with it because it was so rainy and damp and wet out that it just wasn't very fun. It's not really that cold out that I need a jacket. I just really despise being cold, like with a fiery passion. And so that's why I'm wearing a jacket. But today what we're doing the end of the year book tag that was created by Ariel Bissett. I have been watching YouTube so long that I remember when Ariel Bissett had a very, very small booktube channel. And now she's doing a couple of things other than books, but she still focuses on the book aspect of things. And then I was tagged by the wonderful and the amazing Kelly from Books I'm Not Reading. Kelly has got a fantastic channel, and we all love Kelly here. Okay, so there are 6 prompts, and I'm gonna hope to do this with minimal interruptions. But you never know with 2 kids playing chalk and a dog. So, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? I'm going to say that I want to finish. And of course, I've already made a mistake. I left my book over there. I'll be right back. Okay, so are there any books that I need to finish? I'm gonna change this to, do I want to finish by the end of the year? And yes, there are 2. The first one is Robert K. Massey's Catherine the Great, which is phenomenal, by the way. I have just been really, really busy with other readings, and group reads and buddy reads tend to take priority over some of my own reading sometimes, which is fine. I love the books that I get involved in with group reads or even buddy reads. I wouldn't do a buddy read unless I wanted to do it. So I'm reading Fahrenheit 451 right now, and part of me is really focused to get it done. So part of me really wants to get Fahrenheit 451 done so that I can focus all of my energy on Catherine the Great. The other book that I started, and then I sort of fell out of the mood for a light sci-fi read, which is Becky Chambers' A Closed and Common Orbit. It just all of a sudden wasn't what I wanted to read as much. The book is fun, a lot of fun, but I kind of fell out of the mood for something really light, and so I put that aside. But I've been picking it up at night when I'm going to sleep, and I'm sure that I will get back in the mood for it in the next couple of weeks. So those are the 2. Those are my 2 reads that I want to finish by the end of the year. Do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I don't do seasonal reading. However, Nonfiction November has really reignited my passion for nonfiction reading. And so all of the things that I've been in the mood for and the end of the year stuff, I keep on thinking about nonfiction reads. Catherine the Great is one of them. I keep on thinking about Robert K. Massey's other books. His other Russian Romanov book series, which is like Peter the Great, and a few others. So I've just been, and then I bought a whole bunch of memoirs. I'm just really in the mood to read nonfiction. So I don't really know if that answers the question, but I feel like Nonfiction November has really prompted me to read more nonfiction works, which will take me to the end of the year. All right, prompt 3. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? My short answer is no, but there is a release of a list, actually many lists, that I'm waiting for. And if you all know me and you also follow this other booktuber, hey, one moment. We've got a couple of artists behind me, so excuse the art going on. And Harry was getting a little feisty, so I had to set him down. He's now sniffing the ground with great pleasure. So the lists that I'm waiting for are Steve Donoghue's Steve's Reads list, which is a definitive list. It is, he's read over 1,000 books this year, and a lot, if not all of them, are new releases. And so he comes out with a top 10 of the 15 or 16 categories that he's read for the year. So that would be, the lists that I'm most interested in are fiction, non-fiction, best of fiction, best of non-fiction. I'm actually, oh no! I'm really interested also in his worst of fiction, worst of non-fiction lists. I am also interested in his best of historical fiction and best of memoirs / biography. So those are the lists. So I'm not waiting for a new release. I'm waiting for the release of the Steve Donoghue lists. I know he's not doing a children's book, children's and YA this year list, best of list, and I was really disappointed in that. So yeah, just wanted to add that. Okay, what are 3 books that you want to read before the end of the year? Okay, well, we're closing in to December, so I only have a month to read them. So I chose books that I'm reading as buddy reads or as group reads. And so the first one is Bringing Up the Bodies by Hilary Mantel. We have a Thomas Cromwell reading group that I'm doing with a bunch of folks here on BookTube, and I'm really excited about this read. Okay, so then I'm going to be reading Crying in H Mart with 2 other people here on BookTube. I'm also reading Winter Solstice by Rosamund Pilcher at the very end of the year, end of the month of December. And I'm reading for a book club pick, The Iliad by Homer, which I am really excited about. And so those are the 4 books that I'm going to definitely be reading by the end of the year. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? So my answer is yes. I'm always open to books becoming my favorite of the end of the year, and I have 2 here, one of which I'm going to repeat, which is Catherine the Great. I am really loving this. I would not be surprised if this was in my top 3 for the year, because it's just that delightful and that good. And then I've not read a single page from this book, so it's truly like a stab in the dark, but I have read so it is Bringing Up the Bodies. I did read Wolf Hall and I loved it, and a lot of people who have read Wolf Hall and Bringing Up the Bodies prefer Bringing Up the Bodies, and so if they prefer the Bringing Up the Bodies, I'm like, well, it must be better than Wolf Hall, and Wolf Hall was already inching close to the top of my favorite reads of the year, so maybe Bringing Up the Bodies. So I'm excited about those 2 reads. Oh, one sec. Okay, and then the last question is, have you already started making reading plans for 2022? And that my resounding answer is yes. Yes, I have. We are reading The Odyssey in January for the Eclectic Book Club with my partner in crime, David Wiley. I'm very excited about that. We also have a February book picked out for our Eclectic Book Club, so I know that we'll be reading that as well. Let me think, what else? I have an idea for a mammoth that I would like to read in March. Actually, I have an idea for 2 mammoths that I would like to read in March. Oh no, baby! And I've signed up to be a BookTube prize judge. So if you are interested in the BookTube prize, please go sign up to be a judge. They're still looking for judges for the BookTube prize. And if you are thinking about it, just sign up now. You won't regret it, I promise. And then, I want to follow a couple of prizes. And I'm interested in reading a few more off of Steve Donoghue's top books for the year. So I have a whole bunch of plans. I'll probably put up some plans videos sooner rather than later. Just excited, y'all. I'm just excited. I forgot. The most important thing, Jack from Spread Book Joy, her and I are doing a secret project that involve all of you. You can choose to be involved, but her and I are doing something together probably in April. So I'm very excited about that. That is like very, very excited about that. So this is it. That's all for me. I'm going to tag a few people, so give me a moment so I can see who's done the tag and who hasn't. Give me one moment. All right, I'm gonna tag my partner in crime, my book club partner, David Wiley. I want to know, David, what do you have planned for the rest of the year besides our book club? I also want to tag Michael K. Vaughn, because I don't think you've said your plans for the end of the year. You're planning a lot for 2022 and beyond, but what are you planning for the end of the year? And then Jen from Remembered Reads, I really want to know what's going on with your reading for the end of the year. I have to know. That is it for me. Thank you all for bearing with all of the interruptions. Just trying to keep it real here on my channel. And I gotta go because look at see perfect sun. I gotta go. Okay, bye guys.